Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Conversations Live here on the radio side of Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. We also welcome you guys to Cyrus Webb Presents on the web series. Glad you all could be with us as well. I was just saying to our next guest, it's hard to believe it was 9 years ago when I first interviewed Grammy Award-winning artist Erica Campbell. She was celebrating her debut solo album, Help. She's now gearing up for the release of her third album coming out on September the 15th, I Love You, of course, featuring music that all of us have gotten to enjoy. I'm going to talk to Erica not only about the year that's been 2023, but also what she's looking forward to when it comes to the new album and the rest of this year. Erica, thank you again for the time. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for having me back.
Hey, the pleasure is definitely all mine. I mean, what a decade it has been for you. As I mentioned, we first talked with your solo project, Help, and now, of course, you're getting ready to release I Love You. What has it been like for you, Erica, to think about all that's happened in between? A nationally syndicated radio show with Get Up Mornings. You know, of course, we've been seeing you now in movies, now with Pride this year as well. What has it been like for you to be able to share these different facets with your audience?
Absolutely amazing. I think it speaks more to the faithfulness of God. I believe when He gives you something, He prepares you throughout your life. And we think we're living life, but it's really boot camp. It's really preparation. And then when the time is right, He opens the floodgates and allows you to do things that will bless the people. And I love that I get to be a conduit, right? It's very little to do with me and everything to do with the goodness of God and sharing this music, this message with the world. And so I'm so grateful for all that has transpired. Wow, so much over this decade. My daughter, who was 1 at the time when I did the Help record, is now 11 in the 6th grade. And so my oldest is in college, and we started a church, and I wrote a book, and along the way, there's been so many hills and valleys, but what has always brought me back to the center is the love of Jesus, which brings me to my purpose. So I was excited to call this album I Love You.
And Erica, one thing about you, you talk about what's transparent. The other thing about you that we've seen since Help is how transparent you are as well.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that on this project, like singles like Feel Alright, Blessed, right? Or even, of course, you kind of took us back. I wasn't expecting that nod to The Preacher's Wife with I Love the Lord as well. I mean, so many great songs on this. Do you think that appreciation is one of the reasons why you've been able to stay so grounded on this journey? Because along this journey that you've been on, especially since you've had your solo career, there have been a lot of artists who have come and gone. A lot has happened in a lot of lives. Yeah. Do you think that's one thing that's kind of helped you to stay steady?
I don't know if I have the recipe. I don't know if I have what that means. I just know I wake up every day putting one foot in front of the other, trying my best to be my best, trying to do the best with this one body that I have, this one gift that I have. We will not live forever. So we should make the most of every day. Don't spend too much time looking back, but don't spend too much time dreaming. It's time to live and do and be. And so I'm honored to do that day by day, walking through strange doors that I've never been through before, going in places that people say gospel artists or women don't belong, and thriving and standing tall and being an example to my daughters and to my circle, my family, my people around me, and sometimes even the world.
Yeah. And you've stayed for so many people, they feel such a connection to you. One of the things we talked about, I went back and listened to the interview back from 2014, and you talked about how people feel comfortable coming up to you and kind of feeling like you're part of the family. And you kind of brought us into that more with social media, of course. Yeah. You did a video recently, Erica, that I think ties in perfectly with this album. And that's one thing about you, is that you're unapologetic about your faith and what you believe. And I think, we live in a time, where people feel as though they have to try to go along to get along, right? Yeah. What is it that kind of helped you with that, to be able to stay grounded in your faith, but also to be unapologetic in your faith as well?
There's nothing in any rule book, Bible out in the world that says everybody else be bold about who you are except Christians. Now, there are some people who have been a bad example of what it is. There have been some horrible interpretations of what it is. But I have a relationship with the Father, not with the ignorance, not with the judgment, not with the hate, not with the Father, with the loving God who has kept me, held me, been able to guide me through so many crazy times. And so I'm excited about what I've been able to overcome, and what I've come through. And so I feel like, why not share that with somebody? My mom would say all the time, you don't go through for nothing. It's going to be
Yes.
a testimony, a story, a book, a song, a revelation that allows you to live more fully. And so I'm not ashamed of what I've been through, no matter how ugly it's been. You can live anything down. Even if I do make a mistake, I'll just get up and try to get it right the next day. It never means go hide and, oh, now I can never do dot, dot, dot. I just don't
Right.
believe the only thing that can stop you is you. So I
Yeah.
just try to live and be the best version of myself. If you say, oh, you went through this, I'll go, yeah, I did. And now I'm over it.
Yeah.
But what about when they said this? I don't
Right.
believe what they said. I know who I am. I know whose I am. I know the love that I have. I know what I bring to the world. So I'm just not afraid of telling the truth. Because
Mhm.
what do we want to do? Tell a lie? Then I have to keep up with the lie, chase the lie
Yeah.
down. What
Mhm.
version of the lie did I tell? I'd rather stick with the truth. I know it much better.
Such a great message and such a great reminder for all of us. And as you're gearing up for September 15th, the release of this third solo project with I Love You, Erica, the other thing is, of course, your work is continuing to be recognized. I mentioned, of course, Pride, a Seven Deadly Sins movie. I mean, people loved seeing you in that, but it was such an Erica Campbell role. That role seemed to be just perfect for you, right? And then, of course, now, of
Yeah.
course, with Kingdom Business also.
Mhm.
Do you still have those wow moments in your career as you think about what you've been able to do outside of music?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think creative people have a multiplicity of things that they dream about doing. I remember me and my husband were in the kitchen during the pandemic, and we were making different kinds of lemonade. And then, like, we had blueberries one day, and then we had raspberries, and we mixed them together. Like, we were doing all. And he was like, "Why don't we do a line of lemonade?" Like, our minds just go everywhere. And
Yeah.
so, when I allow myself that freedom and tell myself, "Yes, that's possible," then I believe heaven hears me, and then the opportunity
Mhm.
aligns with my passion, with my thought, with my creativity, and allows you to do it. But if the thought comes and you stop yourself before you even get a chance to do it, oh, no one will listen to that, no one will hear me, it's not possible. You stopped yourself mid dream.
Yeah.
Allow yourself to dream as wild and as big as you can, and then say, okay, God, how do we make this happen? And that's just what I believe in doing. And so, everything that I've done that's outside of music, I feel like it always leads me back to music, but it's a testament to God's goodness, not necessarily my awesomeness.
Right. Appreciate this time, Erica. Last thing I'm going to talk to you about when it comes to I Love You, and I hope our audience has already pre-saved it, again, coming out September 15th. Of course, great music as always. The other thing I thought about was a great theme for this is that even though the title is I Love You, of course, your love for God comes through. But what do you want the audience to know about God's love for them? Because I feel like
Oh,
we're living in a time where people aren't feeling that love. What do you want them to know about how God feels about them and what God wants for them?
love is this beautiful entity that is God. It is hope, it is light, it is help, it is freedom. But we've made love subject to our pain. If we had a
Mm,
bad relationship, then that now defines love in our lives. And when you learn to say that was an experience, but love is still this perfect, amazing, beautiful thing, I don't have to run from it. I can say it, I can receive it, I can express it. And that's really what I want people to feel, the amazing, life changing love of God. So if you attach it to a negative person or a negative thing, you miss the beauty of it. So I
yeah.
just wanted to declare it. It is not subject to culture's chaos and craziness. It is what it is. Now, of course, love flows through us if we let it. And so I
Yeah.
wanted love to flow through me through this album to touch people's hearts, to give them a different perspective and just consider something different. Maybe you've been afraid of love. Maybe it hurt so bad in the past, so you go, I'll just block myself from that. But maybe this record opens you up to receive love and then to give that love to someone else.
Love that. Erica, thank you again. Again, everyone, the one and only Erica Campbell has been our guest. I Love You, the new project coming out September the 15th. Erica, how can our audience stay connected with you?
They can follow me on social media at I'm Erica Campbell on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, or I love Erica Campbell. That's LUH on TikTok, which I'm asking my daughters to help me be better at TikTok, but I'm on there. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm coming to a city near you. This concert that is going to happen in New York, I'm just so excited about. I'm singing the entire record. Most times people listen and pick songs that they like, but I'm going to
Wow.
sing this whole journey of I Love You and hopefully infuse people's hearts with as much love as I can.
I know you will do that. Erica, thank you again for the time. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to speaking with you again.
Absolutely awesome.
All
Thank
right.
you so much, Cyrus.
More than welcome. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents and Conversations Live.